Part 1. The Sixth Crusade wasn't really a crusade per se, as it was more like Holy Roman Emperor Frederick II's personal crusade to gain more titles for himself, gain more land to expand his empire, and, most importantly, to show that old limp-dick Pope Gregory IX who was really the boss.
Fucking stupid Pope! If I want to go on the crusade, then I will go on the crusade!
Yeah, screw him. You're the Holy Roman Emperor. The Pope can piss off.
It all began back in the year of our Lord 1221, when Fred promised to join the Fifth Crusade, but kept blowing it off because he was busy fighting insurgents in Sicily, and had to meet his publisher's deadlines for his authoritative book about falconry, which kept delaying his departure. Ready, break!
I bet these falcons couldn't even catch a fish in the barrel, Freddy.
By the time Fred got around to leaving for Egypt, the Fifth Crusade had already ended, so he turned his ships around and went home. Fred met with Pope Honorius III to say he was really sorry he missed the crusade, but now he was ready to rock and lead another crusade.
Hey! Where's everyone going? I'm here to crusade!
That crusade sucked balls! We're going back home!
Although Pope Honorius III was pissed at Fred for not going on the Fifth Crusade, he desperately wanted to get a W in the Holy Land, and knew that Fred was his best shot at getting it. So he arranged for Fred to marry Isabella II, John of Brienne's daughter, and heiress to the Kingdom of Jerusalem, to give Fred a personal and dynastic interest to get off his ass and actually go on a crusade.
I know you Germans are all sex perverts, but I don't do anal!
Yeah, it's an exit, not an entrance. I get it, Trotsy.
Fred was a very smart man, and while he was making preparations to go to the Holy Land, for real this time, he sent envoys ahead to engage in secret negotiations with Ayyubid Sultan Al-Kamil in 1226, and learned the Sultan was keen on making a peace deal because he was already bogged down fighting insurgents in a civil war in Syria.
Well, listen, I don't want to fight. I am for to being a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Warfare is just so messy.
I guess I can't peck his beady little infidel eyeballs out now.
Al-Kamil was enamored by Fred's intelligence. He spoke 8 languages, including Arabic, and amazed by his vast understanding of Muslim culture via his dealings with Muslims in Sicily. And it developed into a real bromance. So they exchanged gifts and pleasantries, but not a peace treaty.
Here, I got you this Jesus coffee mug. It's a gift.
Oh, that is so nice. And here is a I heard our keychain as gift for you to be having.
Pope Honorius III then up and died in 1227, and a nasty, vindictive prick named Gregory IX was chosen as the new pope. Gregory IX had a bug up his ass over Fred's delayed efforts to go on a crusade, and told him if he didn't stop dicking around and get on with a new crusade, he would excommunicate the shit out of him forever and ever.
Oh, you go tell her that all the Roman shit ahead. He better start a crusade or else.
It was summer in the year of our Lord 1227, when Fred and his massive Crusader army rallied in Brindisi and finally set sail for the Holy Land. But a horrible plague ran rampant among his troops, and they began dropping like flies. Even Fred himself got sick, so he returned to Brindisi with all the other sickly Crusaders to rest and recover.
Go get me some tweezers. I gotta remove his funny bone. Start.
Hey, do any of you fuckheads even have a medical degree?
When Pope Gregory IX heard that Fred had abandoned yet another crusade, he had a high holy shit fit and excommunicated him right then and there. Fred sent envoys to explain the situation, but Pope Gregory IX just screamed at them to get out of his apostolic palace and hurled a steaming hot bowl of tortellini and brodo at them.
Fuck you and fuck that Holy Roman asshole! I gotta the fuck out! Now!
Fred got better after laying low for a while and eating lots of chicken soup. So he told Pope Gregory IX, I'm going on this crusade, so screw you and your excommunication. And he gathered the troops that didn't die from the plague and finally set sail for the Holy Land in June 1228.
And remember, it's very hot over there, so drink lots of fluid. Stay hydrated. Yeah, baby. Stay hydrated.
Fred somehow got the idea in his head that as the Holy Roman Emperor and new King of Jerusalem, via his marriage to Isabella II, it was his God-given right to lay claim to any and all parts of Outremer that he desired. But as smart as Fred was, he didn't know jack shit about Holy Land politics.
Maybe I change the name to Frederusalem when I take over, yeah?
Can't we just go home, Freddy? This place is a freaking dump.
Holy Land politics were funny, and various rich barons, military orders, and religious leaders all had pieces of the pie, and they were not going to share it with a foreigner like Fred. Also, unbeknownst to Fred, he technically wasn't even the King of Jerusalem anymore, because his wife, Isabella II, died while giving birth to their son, Conrad.
I ain't sharing my Holy Land with this stupid crowd!
Crowd fucks.
Hey, sharing is caring. That's basic Christian shit.
Fred and his Crusaders landed at Cyprus, and he was warmly welcomed. But the welcome soon soured when Fred flexed his Holy Roman Emperor muscles and told Cyprus ruler John of Ibelin that since he was the King of Jerusalem, Cyprus actually belonged to him as well.
Tell him we want all their gold too. All of it, Freddy.
My master live craving fried chicken right about now.
John of Ibelin, the old lord of Beirut, was very well connected and powerful in Holy Land politics. So he told Fred to fuck off. But Fred was very crafty and usually got what he wanted. So he invited John to a banquet where he had his armed guards surround John to intimidate him and strong-arm him into relinquishing Cyprus to Fred.
Hey, John! Me and the boys would like a word with you.
Come on! Let's just beat his ass already!
Feeling all cocky and full of himself, Fred and his troops set sail for Acre next to assert his authority there as well. As soon as Fred left, John and his loyal Ibelin faction rallied support from the locals and quickly apprehended any of the guys Fred left behind to run things in his stead, and reclaim Cyprus for himself once again. Fred and his troops reached Acre in June 1228, and upon his arrival announced that he was the king around here now. At first Fred was welcomed and even feted, but as word of his excommunication spread, the Templars, Hospitallers, and local barons and muckety-mucks turned their backs on him.
Anyone up for a game of Monopoly? Anybody? Nine? Oh.
Fred still had strong support from his Holy Roman troops, the Teutonic Knights, and German and Italian knights from his realm. So he tried to make another power grab and take Castle Pilgrim from the Templar Knights to use as his own castle, since he was king of Jerusalem and all that.
Ooh, das is a nice castle you Templars got there. I want it.
What?
You heard the man. Start packing your bags, pal.
The Templars were like, "No freaking way!" and rushed to Castle Pilgrim, then locked all the gates and manned the walls to defend their home. When Fred arrived to take it over, he saw the Templars' determination to keep their castle and decided he didn't want to fight fellow Christians. Plus, he really didn't have the manpower needed to conduct a siege, so he was like, "Fuck this place," and returned to Acre.
I hope this siege ends soon. I need mustache wax.
Well, I say he can have it. This castle is cold and drafty.
Well now, this is getting pretty crazy, right? Thousands of Holy Roman Crusaders following their fearless leader Frederick II to the Holy Land in order to claim Jerusalem as part of the Holy Roman Empire and piss off Pope Gregory IX while doing it for excommunicating Fred. Honestly, what could possibly go wrong? Hope you enjoyed part 1 of Holy Crap, the Sixth Crusade. Be sure to check out part 2 to see how this wacky episode of history pans out. All I can tell you is, hang on to your celly